Hi, my name is Magdalena Carmen Frida Kahlo y Caldero, but you probably know me as Frida Kahlo. I was born in 1907 and I lived until 1954, and this is a scrapbook of my life. I was born and raised in Coyoacán, Mexico City, Mexico, where I spent much of my life besides the years that I spent traveling with my husband. I later died here, which is why this town is significant to my life story. My childhood home is now La Casa Azul, also known as the Frida Kahlo Museum, where many of my self-portraits and other paintings are stored. I suffered from polio as a child, which left me with a limp, and later on in my life, at the age of 18, I suffered a near-fatal bus accident. This accident caused lifelong health problems and chronic pain, leaving me bedridden for many years trying to recover. My mother made me an easel to paint in bed, and my father lent me some of his oil paints. I then had a mirror placed above the easel so I can make self-portraits. On the left, you can see La Calema Rota, which I created in 1944, representing the pull that went through my body during the accident. Today, you can find this painting in El Museo Dolores Almedo in Mexico City. I began painting while recovering from the injury sustained in the bus accident. I'm best known for my self-portraits, which often incorporate symbolic imagery and elements of Mexican culture. I paint myself because I am often alone and I am the best subject I know best. Throughout my time recovering from my accident, I was very lonely, and I felt like painting helped me relieve some of the anxiety that I was facing while I was alone in my room. In this painting, I show my true feelings. It is called El Pensando en la Muerte, which I created in 1943, but it's also known as Thinking About Death. My poor health led death to be an inevitable thought that lingered over my mind. Here, death is symbolized as a skull and crossbones on my forehead. In ancient Mexican culture, death also means rebirth and life. In this portrait, I put myself against a background which have lavish green leaves in the back, which are a symbol of life. I show here that death is a path to another form of life. In the self-portrait with thorns and hummingbirds, I wanted to show that I had been resurrected and started a new life. As a symbol of this idea, the hummingbird was placed on my necklace, symbolizing hope and good luck in Mexican culture. However, there's also a black cat, a symbol of bad luck. This refers to the pain I suffered all my life internally. The thorns are around my neck like a necklace, and my neck is bleeding from the piercing thorns. My expression is calm and solemn. I am patiently enduring the pain. In 1929, I married the famous Mexican muralist Diego Rivera. Our relationship was characterized by passion, infidelity, and mutual artistic influence. We divorced in 1939 but remarried a year later. This painting, Frida and Diego Rivera, shows the complex relationship between me and my husband. We are standing side by side, yet physically and emotionally distant from each other. My traditional Mexican dress and stern expression represents a strong identity and independence. Rivera in his work clothes towers over me, symbolizing his dominance and large presence in my life. In 1935, my beloved husband Diego cheated on me with my sister Christina Kahlo. I was devastated, and I created this masterpiece titled Memory of the Heart. In the self-portrait, I express my misery and resentment over the affair. My face has no expression but is full of tears. I used physical wounds to imply my psychic injuries. In the background is my schoolgirl outfit and Helena costume, and each set of clothes have one arm, with me standing in the middle with no arms. I seem helpless. My huge heart lies on the ground and pumps rivers of blood into the landscape. My body was pierced by a steel rod showing my pain. Both me and my husband were politically active and held leftist views. We were involved in various political causes, including the Mexican Communist Party. I made this painting in 1954 called Self-Portrait with Stalin to honor the Soviet politician whom I greatly admired. I died on July 13, 1954 at the age of 47. My home is now publicly known as the Frida Kahlo Museum, or La Casa Azul, located in Mexico City. The official cause of death was pulmonary embolism, although some speculate that I may have died by suicide. I guess we'll never know.